back to Cooking with Coach. So we have our South Carolina mustard sauce, also known as Sweeney sauce, on the stove right now, and she is cooking or simmering on low heat. And now it's time to make the world famous, world champion Mahomes sauce, which is a Kansas City barbecue sauce. So we're gonna half our recipe for this. So we're gonna, normally you would have 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So we're gonna have half that. So we need to take a fourth of a cup of brown sugar. And then we're going to have to take a little bit of a guess, and we need half of that to get an eighth. And that's how you half a 3/4 of the cup. That looks about good. So there's our brown sugar. Next we're going to go to our pepper, and we need to add 1 tablespoon of ground pepper. Why don't you crack that for us, get that going, ground pepper. I'm going to jump forward and go to 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Again, you like it a little bit spicier, add a little bit more. A little less spice, add a little less. So there's about 1 tablespoon of that in chili powder. Now we're going to go down to 1 teaspoon. Around 1 teaspoon of dry mustard. Now, as any good chef or cook would do, you don't have to be perfect on your measurements because it all turns out the same in the end. So there is our dry mustard. Now we're going to go down to a half a teaspoon of ground ginger. As you can see, when you're making Mahomes sauce, you do have to put on the old red 15, which is going to give it a little extra flavor. So there is our half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Now we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. Dump it in just like a Mahomes touchdown pass. And finally we need 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. There's our 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and we forgot one. Don't forget the good old red pepper. We need 1/8 of a teaspoon of good old red pepper. Give her a little bit of a spice. So we're going to chuck that in there. And there's our dry ingredients. Welcome back to Cooking with Coach. Now that we have our dry ingredients in, we're going to start adding some good old wet ingredients. So first thing that we're going to add is a half a cup of distilled vinegar, which we have right here. So we're going to pour it on in. We're going to add 1/8 of a cup of molasses.
Looks kind of like chocolate, but it's not.
And a little trick for you, we do have to add, let's see here, 1/8 of a cup of water. Now, best water when you're making Mahomes sauce is to use your favorite Kansas City cheap glass. So we're going to dump that into here, swish her around a little bit, and we're going to dump her in. Get a little bit more of that molasses up. And at this point, we got to stir it in until all of our dry ingredients are dissolved. Coach. Now we're going to add our ketchup. Now, as always, if you're making a Mahomes barbecue sauce, you have to add Mahomes chup, which would be Hunt's ketchup. So again, we're halving our batch, so we're going to add 16 ounces of ketchup into our mixture. We want to get every last little bit of that ketchup out of there. Now if you're making a full batch, it's much simpler. All you have to do is buy a 32-ounce bottle of Mahomes ketchup. Mahomes chup and put it in, but we're halving our batch. So we're going to mix that together. You can see the ketchup is going to add a little consistency to our sauce. And the last part that we're going to add is the liquid smoke. Now, liquid smoke is kind of an acquired taste, so you can add anywhere between 1 to 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. We're not going to add a lot to it. We're just going to add a little bit to give it a little smoky flavor. Kind of like Tyreek Hill burning the D-backs of the San Francisco 49ers down the field. Give it a little bit of smoke. And you can smell the smoke. So we're going to go 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. Perfectly measured by a world-class chef. And we're going to mix it a little bit longer, and then we're going to bring it to a boil, and then let it sit on low and simmer for 30 minutes. Give it a little bit more of a mix. And now we're going to move it to the stove and let it boil. We'll bring it to a boil, and then we'll put it on low to simmer for 30 minutes. Now, a cooking tip for you: when you're leaving something on the stove, you don't want to leave metal in the pot, because that metal is going to conduct heat, and you're going to burn your 5 fingers. So we're going to bring it to a boil now. You can see the Sweeney sauce sitting next to it on the stove here, as that is simmering on low. Looks absolutely amazing. So between our Sweeney sauce, our Carolina mustard sauce, our Mahomes sauce, which is our Kansas City barbecue sauce, and then our Alabama white sauce, you got 3 amazing sauces to put on anything that you throw on the barbecue.
Welcome back to Cooking with Coach. Now it's time for the ever-popular segment, the Halftime Speech with Coach. Well, we're approaching Memorial Day weekend here, and first of all, we got to give a shout out to the birthday girl. So, Water Girl Adeline, my assistant chef, it is her birthday coming up on Memorial Day this year, on the 25th of May. So, happy birthday to Adeline. Also, Memorial Day is usually graduation time. Either the week of Memorial Day or the week after Memorial Day, we have graduation. This year, as we've talked about previously in our halftime speeches, everything's just kind of crazy. We talked about our senior spring athletes and our spring athletes overall and gave them a shout out. And this time it's a shout out to our seniors right here in Altoona, Wisconsin, and our seniors across the entire state and the entire country. While you're not having your graduation ceremony necessarily the way you would like, you still have a crowning achievement that you get to enjoy at this time as you graduate from high school and get ready to move on to that next part of life, whether it's the workforce, going to tech school, going to college, or going to the military. So here's a shout out to you, seniors. Before we give the shout out though, we must first address the senior football players in Altoona and their amazing present that they get. Next week in the season finale of Cooking with Coach, we're going to be making the world famous, the Milky Way galaxy famous Victory Brownies. So you have to make sure you tune in, and those Victory Brownies will then be handed out to the senior football players as a graduation gift. So to the seniors of 2020, here's to you, some chocolate milk and my favorite Kansas City Chief class.